Train the muscles, not the joints.
So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding, and there you have it in the beginning. There you can see that I was warming up on a bike. Wow. That's like, you guys have never seen me do that. Wow. So yeah, that's a form of a warm-up. Nice and easy, just spinning away, just getting some blood going. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about a few things. I don't know exactly what those things are going to be exactly as I'm saying this, but I will come up with a few topics, and one of them is going to be motivation through diet. Now, a lot of times when people go to the gym, they don't understand that sometimes when you are losing motivation or you're having a lack of motivation for the gym, it sometimes has to do with your diet. And I've noticed this with myself lots of times. Whereas when I was going through periods of time where I was bulking or I was eating an excessive amount of calories, trying to put on weight and everything, I noticed that it was a lot harder for me to get the energy to go to the gym. I felt sluggish. I felt like my blood sugar was up and down. I always felt like taking a perpetual nap. I never really felt like lifting some heavy weights like I'm lifting right now, like the 110s or 120s on the incline. I just felt like going home and just watching some TV or chilling out, right? And the thing is that when you're eating a lot of calorie dense foods, especially through energy foods like saturated fats and sugars and carbs and things, your body gets into storage mode. So you have to find a happy medium between eating enough food to gain some muscle, but at the same time not eating so much food that your body wants to go into hibernation, kind of like a polar bear. You know, you just start feeling like finding a cave somewhere and taking about a 3 or 4 month nap. That's exactly what I find. When I start to back off on the fats and the carbs, just so I have enough energy to get to the gym, but I don't have so much that I'm storing body fat all the time, then I start to notice that my motivation goes up, my pumps get better because I start to eat more protein to compensate for the lack of calories. And again, it's about finding the right proportions for you, but again, your diet will make a big difference. If you're eating too much of the carbs and too much of the fats, you will notice that you get a little bit sluggish. So one way that I offset taking in too much energy food in my diet is that I always make sure that I'm eating protein with it. So I always have chicken breast or fish or egg whites or steak or whatever it is with my carbs. So that way I'm getting that satisfied feeling, so I'm not overindulging with carbs. But one of the things that I've fallen for before in the past is having full bags of rice cakes and no protein and just eating pure carbs just for fun because it just tastes so darn good. So if I do that, it's going to be something that I do on a cheat day, but it's definitely something that I don't do on a regular basis, just because once you start overindulging, your body will go into storage mode, and storage mode is not necessarily activity mode, right? So it's one thing to give your body enough carbs and enough protein to build muscle, and it's another one to give it so much calories that it needs to just shut down and go to sleep to store more body fat. So every time I make a video like this, somebody asks me, how much should I eat? Okay, so first let's start with the protein. The protein should be about 1 gram per pound of body weight. So say you're a 180 pound guy, but your lean mass is about 140 pounds. Okay, so 140 grams of protein would be where you start. And I'd split that up into 5 meals a day and add a handful or 2 of carbs each meal and try to make them good carbs like yam, potato, or brown rice. So as far as fats are concerned, I find that I do well when I don't have a really high amount of fat in my diet, especially if I have a lot of carbohydrates. So I'm getting a lot of energy from my carbs, such as rice and potatoes and yams and fruit or whatever. So then I don't need a lot of fat for energy. But you do need some fats because your body does need essential fats. That's why they're called essential. If you didn't need them, they wouldn't be called essential. So the fact is that you want to take in some fat, but I found that I can get away with just getting the fats from steak or red meat or from egg yolks here and there. And the fact is that I just want to make sure that I monitor that amount. I don't want to have too much. So I find around 40 grams of fat a day is more than enough. Any more than that, I start to, feel a little sluggish, as well as put on some body fat. So in the end, you need to basically experiment with different types of diets, different types of nutrition programs. Some people respond better to higher fat, high protein diets. Some people respond to high protein, high carb diets. Some people respond to, fruit and protein type diets. It just depends. But basically, one thing is for sure. The more stable your blood sugar is throughout the day before your workouts, it really does help you have a better workout. And you want to make sure that your body has enough food so that it doesn't feel like it's starving by the time it does get to the gym. Now, if you decide to do high glycemic carbs after the workout, during the workout, before the workout, that's fine.
Some of you guys might think I'm swinging a bit, but the thing is, my arms naturally stay back like this. This is my relaxed position. So it's not like I'm actually bringing my arms back to swing. This is just naturally how my shoulders sit in the joint, right?
And maybe you're one of these people that have a really fast metabolism, and if you are, then you might need higher glycemic carbs more often as well. But in the end, it's up to you to experiment. But if you're noticing that you're not getting enough energy for your workouts, there is a possibility that your diet is deficient in some way, whether it doesn't have enough macronutrients or enough vitamins or minerals in there, or you're basically letting your blood sugar get out of hand. But changing your diet around can really help if you're losing that motivation.
Well, those are ugly reps, but I'm doing them on purpose. I want to challenge different muscle fibers at this point, right? So I'm just trying to challenge a different part, the range of motion, and different fibers. That's the whole reason why I'm doing that. So it's not about being super strict. Sometimes you can go too strict at times, right? So that's what I'm doing. Pumped up now? Huh? Am I all pumped up? He's just pumped up? Strain on the muscle, totally different.
So thanks a lot for watching. I hope this video helped you understand that diet can play a role in your motivation and your pumps and everything in the gym. And I hope this helps you find your way and your diet and whatever it is that works for you. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com and take care for now.
Good, that's it. That's it, okay? Bye.